Well, I went down to the hardware store to see my old friend Bob. I said my roof it leaks, my rug's a mess, and my front door needs a new knob. I got squirrels in my attic, I got bats in my head. Well, Bob just leaned over the counter and he shook his head and said, "You need home repairs and solutions. Home repairs and solutions. They'll fix your windows, they'll fix your house, they'll even tell you how to get rid of a mouse. Home repairs and solutions."
And welcome to the Home Repairs and Solutions show, brought to you by Spring Mountain Air, your authorized Amana dealer. The hosts for Home Repairs and Solutions are Mary Pearson and Mark Withers. And now here's Mary and Mark.
Good morning.
Well, good morning.
How are you?
I'm great.
Me too. A little foggy this morning, but it's all right.
It is. I'll tell you what, I love these cool mornings like this.
Aren't they great?
They are.
You know, I was coming up from home the other day, and I can't remember what day it was because my days all run together, but it was one of those mornings where I had to come in like really, really early, and the fog was like hanging in the trees coming up off the lake, and I was walking, I have a few hills and stuff down there I come up it, and it was absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, I bet it was.
And about the time I hit Highlandville, the sun was trying to kind of come through those clouds. It was just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful morning. It was just wonderful. It's like, people who don't get up as early as I do miss out on a lot of stuff.
Well, they do. That is the truth.
Miss out on some beautiful sunrises. We have some gorgeous ones here in the Ozarks.
Oh,
so.
we do. And, I got up this morning. And of course, I text you right after I just got out of the shower.
You did. Well, I just got out of the shower when you texted me. I thought,
yeah.
Okay, we showered together,
Yeah,
kind of,
we
sort of,
did.
at
Kinda,
the same
sorta.
time in different houses. But
Yeah.
I was thinking,
Yeah, let's make that
we
clear.
were both
We were different
showering
houses.
at the same time. That was interesting. But
I got up and getting around to run into the office and went outside, and it was just so beautiful. I mean,
it was.
A little foggy and nice and cool, and it's just,
Yeah.
I love it. I love these mornings like this.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Although I do prefer a hotter summer.
Well,
But, that's just me. That's
yeah.
just me. Last weekend was pretty hot.
It
was pretty hot.
Of course, last Saturday, we played up at the Hangar Cafe up
Yeah.
in Miller, Missouri.
Yep, I remember.
And, it was so stinking hot, but we got up there, and there was a breeze blowing, and the humidity wasn't too awful high. And, of course, we played outside. Longest set I've ever played in my life. We played 4 hours straight with two 15-minute breaks.
Oh, my goodness.
But, it was really comfortable, even though
Yeah.
it was hot.
Yeah.
There wasn't a whole lot of humidity and the breeze and everything.
Yep. Well, we
I
had a
can
breeze.
handle that.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
a breeze too down at the lake, and so it was okay. Had
Yeah.
there not been a breeze, it might have been another
Oh, yeah.
story.
Oh,
But,
yes, it would have, no doubt. So.
and then we had a kind of a cool week, but I think it's going to heat back up. Great time to be at the fair this year. My goodness, we've never had
I
such
know
great weather
it.
for the fair.
I know. This
Unbelievable.
has been tremendous. I went out there one day. Well, I guess that was last Friday afternoon. I ran out there for a few minutes, walked through the exhibition hall and everything, and it was kind of hot then. But, boy, some of these days has been great, and we normally don't have that fair time.
We normally melt down at fair
Yep,
time.
normally
You just
do.
melt into the pavement out there. It's awful.
Yeah.
But this year's been great, so I hope they've had a good crowd, and I hope
Yep.
they're doing well. So,
Yep, me too.
Speaking of a good crowd, we have a great listening audience.
We do.
And we have some wonderful, wonderful guests on the show today.
We do. I'm excited about this
I'm
show.
excited too. We have Beth and Fred with us from Lawrence Photo and Video right here in Springfield, and they have some neat, exciting, fun new things that we're going to share with all of our listeners today.
Yes.
So welcome to the show, guys. It's great to have you on.
Thank you very much.
You betcha. What we probably need to do, because you know how we are, we get started talking, forget
Oh,
to
I
give
know
out
it.
our
I
number.
know.
So we probably need to give our number in case someone has a call or a question for these folks
Because
today.
I bet there will be.
I'll bet there will be.
Well, you can give us a call at 862-9977, 1-800-375-0056 if you're a Verizon wireless customer, star 56, or we are high tech around here. You can text us at 417-838-3192, and we would love to hear from you.
Yes, we would. And so would our guests today.
Yes.
And when I think of Lawrence Photo and Video, because I've known about you guys for a long time, I always thought, if I needed a camera, first of all, I don't even know how to use my little digital and take a decent picture. I cut people's heads off, and I just make all kinds of mess. I'm thinking if I got one of those fancy cameras, it would just be crazy for me to own something like that because I don't know anything about them. But I always thought of you guys as being a camera store. If you wanted a camera, that's where you would go. Is you would go there to buy a nice camera, not the cheap junky ones that I have. But that's not necessarily all you guys do. You have lots more to offer folks these days. Why don't you give us a little bit of what you do with your photo lab that you've got now?
Excellent. Our photo lab, we've had one, oh my gosh, over 30, since 1986. But a lot of people, like you say, knew us because of the cameras.
Sure.
I mean, we've been in Springfield for 41 years. So last year, we decided that maybe we needed to put more emphasis on our photo lab. So we did a complete remodel of the store. Then we took had to take the front windows out to get a piece of equipment in to allow us to do what's called dye sublimation. Dye sublimation is where you take a print and put it on a transfer sheet. Then you can put that against metal or tumblestone tile or a cloth fabric, and it actually transfers that image into it. The metals are just incredibly colorful. You just can't imagine how vivid they are. They're also so durable. I actually seen YouTube videos where they take and put lighter fluid on it, set it on fire, put it out, and clean it off with Windex. I saw one where they took black spray paint, like the graffiti that you'd see, sprayed on it, let it dry, took turpentine, cleaned it off. The image is still there.
Wow.
They're virtually indestructible, and it's an aluminum base.
Wow.
They are just so popular. But, you know, preserving memories is what Lawrence Photo is all about, and always has been. We still do video transfer where people bring in their movie film, and we transfer that to DVD. We take videotapes that were shot with the camcorders or the small camcorders. We put those on DVD. And then we have what we call our legacy boxes. And they are so thrilling.
These are really cool. When I found out about these, I thought, what a neat idea.
Absolutely. What we do, you know, Grandma's always had pictures in boxes. Mom always had pictures in boxes. And how are we going to preserve those for our future generations? So what we did, we came up with 3 different sizes of boxes, and we call them My Legacy boxes. You come in and purchase the box, you take it home, you put as many photographs in there as you can, up to an 8x10 size. You bring them back, we scan them all, and put them on a CD for you. DVDs are for the other videos, but the legacy boxes go on a CD. And right now, starting today, through the month of August, we have a 20% discount on all 3 sizes.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. I would bet everybody listening has photographs in a box somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Either in the attic, which is a horrible place to put them, or in a closet, or under a bed, or somewhere. And what a great way to preserve those. First of all, it will not take up quite as much space as loose photographs. The second thing you can do with that is you could put it, if you want to make sure that it is in a safe, secure place and you don't lose it or something, it's not damaged, you can still keep your photos if you want to in your box to look at, but take this CD and put it in your safety deposit box. That way, if you have an issue with your home, if you have a fire, which I went through that, and if you have water damage, you have something like that that maybe ruins the actual photographs, you still have the CD intact. And that's something that you can hand on to, you know, your children or your grandchildren. Photographs are great, and I love looking at old photographs and the way they produced them, you know, back in the day. And I have pictures at my house of, you know, like my grandparents and all that. But you know what? At some point, those are going to get lost or misplaced, or something's going to happen to them, because someday when I'm not here 100 years from now, and my kids are going through all the crap I left behind, you know, it might not be something that they, you know, at some point they're just going to start pitching stuff. I'm sure it's like, oh my God, what in the world is all this crap? And it's going to go in a dumpster somewhere. And, you know, they might get thrown away and they don't really realize what they threw away. Where if you have something secure in a safety deposit box, they can go to and get it, and then they can play, you know, they can play them and look at them. And how cool is that? I think that is a great thing to do.
You know, I'm sitting here thinking about this while you're talking. My mind's turning because I'm thinking about my mom, which is listening, I'm sure. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
All the pictures that she's got, the old pictures,
And what fascinated me was my uncle, Don, my mom's brother, he was in Vietnam. And he sent, tons of pictures. And they're just, in a box or an old photo album or something. How neat would it be to have those all on a CD? And we all think, oh, I got a scanner, I'll scan them in.
You never do it.
It don't happen.
You never do it.
The time it takes to do that and stuff. So this would be so neat. I'm fascinated by this.
It makes for a really great gift too.
Yeah.
And with the holidays coming, I mean, what better
Absolutely.
way to enjoy your
Sure.
your past.
And we
Absolutely.
do recommend that you do not keep all of the discs or CDs at home. Get copies made, get one out of the home, preferably in a safety deposit box, or give some to the relatives. So that one of the things that I noticed when the Joplin tornado came through and the tornado over in Moore, Oklahoma, you watch the TV, you see people going through the wreckage and the devastation. And what are they doing? They're looking for their
pictures.
photographs.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Those are, you can replace a lot of things. Photographs of your children growing up and that type of thing. Your children are grown. You cannot replace those at this point. That's history that cannot be replicated.
Absolutely.
So something else that I thought about that I think this would be cool for, and we, with my other business, Dogwood Printing, we deal with people who do a lot of genealogy and family history type things and do pictures. What a cool way. Have your family pictures on a CD. If you're doing a genealogy book or you're doing your family history or something like that, what a neat way to get some photographs incorporated into that book or that history. I think that would be a really neat way to do it because it's easy to take something off of a CD and pop it on something in a computer as opposed to a photograph. If you've got a photograph sitting there, you got to figure out how to get it on the computer to get it there. You got to, So to have all this stuff sitting there, and it'd be easier to go through it and find what you're looking for. And we've had some books come through that some people have done many, many, many hours and years of work where they have painfully searched through photographs and put it, here's great-great-grandma so-and-so, and it talks about her, and there's a picture of her, which makes a really neat, cool family history type thing. So that would be a great way to incorporate photographs in those type of projects. I mean, I can think of all kinds
yeah.
of things to do with that. Make your own, maybe grandpa's going to be 90, and maybe you want to put his picture on his birthday card of when he was 2 or something. I mean, there's just so many cool, fun things you could do if you had your photographs organized and on a CD that you could do some really neat stuff for your family like that.
Sure.
Very true.
And that's the way to do it. And like Mark said, we all think we're going to do this. We all watch, DIY or HGTV and all that. We think, oh yeah, we could do that, but how many of us really do it?
Exactly.
How easy is it going to be to go to Lawrence Photo and Video, pick out a legacy box, save 20% this month. Okay, come on guys, you're going to save some money here. Go get the box that you want, throw your pictures in it, take it back, and they're going to do it all for you. And I know someone who did this, spent some time doing this, and it was overwhelming the amount of time it took to scan each picture in individually, save it on a CD. It takes hours and hours and hours and hours to do it if you're going to do it by yourself. Let these folks help you out.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And it's really not as costly as one might imagine. Our largest box, which will hold about 2,000 photos, is $179.
For 2,000 photos.
Yeah, it's on sale for $143.20 through the month of August. I just got an email yesterday from another camera store, not in this area. They're out of town, but we know them. For 1,600 photographs, they charge $249, and they have it on sale for $149. That's for 1,600. So we really think we have a value for our
And that's for your
customers.
biggest legacy box,
That's
correct?
the largest.
And you have 3 sizes. So, you can go in and pick the size you want. Maybe you can't do them all right now, but get started. Get started on this project, guys, and get your memories, preserved and your pictures preserved. And photographs are great, but, over time, they age.
Yeah, and the smallest box that we have will hold about 300 photographs, and it's only $49. And it's on sale for $39.20 through the month of August.
Okay, come
So,
on.
I mean,
For $40, I wouldn't even attempt to start scanning photos myself and putting it on a CD.
yeah, because the scanner will cost you more than that.
Sure, absolutely, absolutely. So I think this is a great thing that you guys are doing for people out there. Think about it. Christmas is going to be here pretty soon.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
shoot me. I know no one wants to hear that. But really, you've got time. Take your stuff in. Get your stuff set up on a CD. What a great gift for someone in your family. Also with the videos. I need to do that. I have some videos and stuff, and I was thinking, and I have nothing to play them in anymore. You know, it's like, what am I going to do with these? I can't even look at them. I don't have the equipment to even look at this stuff anymore. And so that's something that I need to do is I need to bring some of those in and let you guys get those put on a CD so that I can do otherwise they're kind of useless to me. I can't do anything with them. So, and that would be a cool thing to do as well. How fun to maybe get a video of your kids growing up and Christmases past and all that type of thing. Put it on a CD and give it to your child.
Yeah,
You know?
and as Monty Hall used to say, come on down.
Come on down to Lawrence Photo and Video right here in Springfield.
yeah.
You betcha. Where are you guys located? Just in case someone doesn't know.
We're at 2550 South Campbell. Everybody knows where Bass Pro is.
Absolutely.
So if you're going south from Bass Pro on Campbell, we're 3/4 of a mile on the left-hand side. We're right across the street from Ryan's Steakhouse. So most people have eaten there. So
And
we're
you
easy
do
to
have a
find
big sign.
Oh, we got a monstrous sign out on the street. Can't miss us. If you get the battlefield, you're out in the country. You've gone too far.
Turn around and come back north. That's how that works.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'm excited. I'm going to come down and visit you next week. I forgot which day because my days get all cluttered, but I'm going to go down there and check all this out because I'm so interested in what you guys are doing now. Like I said, I just always thought of you as just a camera store, and you're so much more than that. But you still do sell cameras.
Oh, yeah. And
So-
accessories.
And accessories, and it looks like you also have maybe some classes coming up for people that have cameras. You know, sometimes people get these for a gift and don't know how to use them.
Right.
And then what do you do?
If you buy a camera from us, you get a class, one of the basic classes, either for a point-and-shoot camera
Okay.
or the interchangeable lens digital SLRs. We give you that free. That's a $40 class.
Okay.
We have 7 classes total. If you didn't buy your camera from us,
Shame on
we
you.
still want to teach you. We want you to get the best picture and create the best memories that you can. So we have the classes. They're scheduled on our website. We have 7 of them. We have the 2 basic classes. Then we have a class on exposure, one on composition, one on lighting, one on studio lighting, and one on Photoshop. And they're always on Saturday. They're in our store. We have a classroom that'll hold about 40. And our latest class that we just started is called The Art of Portrait Photography. And it's taught by one of the local professionals, Jeffrey Sweet.
There you go. What a great place to learn how to use your camera. I was looking here. You have a save the date, and it looks like on Friday, August 15th, which is just a couple weeks from today, from 6 to 9, you have a basic workshop, and it's only $25 for 3 hours. You can't go to a movie for $25.
It's in conjunction with Canon, and it's basically about the Canon interchangeable lens digital SLRs. We're going to have a basic workshop on Friday from 6 to 9. Then Saturday morning from 9 to 12, we'll have an advanced workshop. And then from 1 to 4, we'll have a hands-on demonstration of flashes, and it's primarily the RT600 flash for the Canon cameras. You can buy single tickets, but you get a discount if you buy all 3.
Yeah, if you purchase all 3 for $60, that's a $15 savings.
Right.
You're going to get all these classes. You're going to know. You're going to be much better photographer, and that you're going to receive a $20 lab services certificate. So everyone out there who has a camera that they don't know how to use, learn how to use it. Go to Lawrence Photo
absolutely.
and figure out how to use that thing.
You know, several years ago, I had a camera. It was a Canon AE1 program. You know, I never did properly know how to use that camera. And I wished back then I would have come to Lawrence Photo. And,
You should have, because we had a
Yeah.
class on it
yeah, you know, I wished
Back
I would
then,
back then,
Yeah.
in the olden days.
Yeah,
in the olden days.
back when I had hair.
We also
Me too.
have one-to-one classes. The gentleman who does our basic classes will come in and do a 1-to-1, a 1 hour session with you and just your camera and answer all your questions and do hands-on and show you what you need to know. And we do that for the SLRs and point and shoots.
Some people are they're uneasy about a group situation.
Sure.
They're afraid to ask questions because they say, well, I don't want to sound stupid. But the thing of it is, if you don't know the answer, there are no stupid questions.
That's exactly
Absolutely.
right.
A
That's
stupid
right.
question is one you know the answer to.
And yeah, that's correct. And the other thing about that is, and I've learned because being in group situations like that, if you don't know the answer, probably there's other people who don't know the answer either.
Absolutely.
So speak up and ask the question. You're going to help you and probably some other people who are too shy to speak up and ask. So if you're going to take a class, make sure you get your questions answered so that you can learn the most you can and be the best photographer you can with your camera.
Yeah, this makes me want to go out and buy another nice camera. This is the downfall
It
of cameras
is.
right here.
It
so
is.
many people will use their cell phone to take pictures.
And that's true. And that's changed our industry quite a bit.
Yes. And
how many people really download them and
exactly.
put them anywhere where they're
That's
going to
the
get them
thing.
later?
And my phone, I had several pictures on my phone of my little grandson and stuff. My phone crashed. I had to redo everything, all the software. I lost every picture I had because I hadn't downloaded them like I should have. How many other people's done that?
I'll bet you there's a lot of people losing photographs because we have made it too convenient and easy to snap, and it's on the phone. And I would bet most people do not take the time once they take those pictures to actually download them on a CD or their computer or something.
Exactly.
And put them on a computer is great until your computer hard drive crashes. I've had that happen.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I have.
So you've got to get them in a place where if your hard drive quits working, if your phone crashes, all that, you still have your photos available to you.
Absolutely.
So
And we do that. I mean, people bring in their phones all the time, not only for prints, but so that we can take those images and put them on a DVD for them so that they're not lost.
Right.
In fact, we have a little cartoon in the store. It's a boy and a girl, and they're looking at the wall, and it looks like tablets and cell phones. And it says, what are those things? These are the devices that our parents used to store my baby pictures on. Then she says, turn them on, I want to see them. Then he says, they don't work anymore. They're just there to remind me of what my parents did for me.
and there's a lot of truth in that, I'm sure.
Yes. We need to take a break.
We do.
I did get a text for a home repairs question. I'll answer that out after the break.
Okay.
So, but we'll be back here in just a few minutes.
Now if you've got a problem and you don't know what to do, your siding's going bad and you're plagued with green mildew. Well, your faucets, they all drip and your sinks are all clogged up too. Well, there's no need to worry. I'll tell you what you can do. Just call Home Repairs and Solutions. Home Repairs and Solutions. They'll fix your windows, they'll fix your house. They'll even tell you how to get rid of a mouse. Home Repairs and Solutions.
Today we will see sunshine along with some patchy clouds throughout the day, high getting up to 83. Then it will be a partly cloudy night tonight with a low of 63. Rather pleasant day tomorrow with mostly sunny skies, high of 84, and a low tomorrow night of 62. Then we'll have plenty of sunshine throughout the day on Sunday with a high 85. I'm AccuWeather's Kevin Snyder.
It's 69 degrees at AM 560 KWTO.
In 2013, Missouri Governor Jay Nixon vetoed the first comprehensive common sense income tax cut in nearly 100 years, and did so with the help of Republican state representatives Jeff Messenger and Lyle Rowland. At the time, business and community leaders were united in support of this reform that would have put millions of dollars back into the pockets of hardworking Missouri taxpayers. Nixon lied about the impact that tax cuts would have and spent millions of our dollars to fly around the state in a taxpayer-funded distortion campaign. And while 94 true conservatives in the legislature stood firm in voting to override Governor Nixon's veto, state representatives Jeff Messenger and Lyle Rowland stood with Governor Nixon and special interests. instead of Missouri families. Now, it's our turn to stand up to them. In the August 5th Republican primary, say no to re-electing Jeff Messenger and Lyle Rowland. Paid for by Missouri Clover Growth PAC, moclovergrowth.org. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Missouri Clover Growth PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
If you're ready to explore something new, move on, or change direction, AARP in Springfield can help. You'll join a community of people who, like you, are rethinking what's next. They'll help you find new opportunities by providing access to tools, resources, and information that can help you with whatever path you take. Just a few of the many ways AARP in Springfield help turn your goals and dreams into real possibilities. Go to aarp.org/mo for your AARP in Springfield connection. Real Possibilities is a trademark of AARP.
This is Morris Westfall inviting you to tune in weekdays for the latest in farm headlines. Program times are 6:30 a.m. on KWTO 560 and again after the noon news on KBFL 99.9.
Well, I went down to the hardware store to see my old friend Bob. I said my roof it leaks, my rug's a mess, and my front door needs a new knob. I got squirrels in my attic, I got bats in my head. Well, Bob just leaned over the counter and he shook his head and said, "You need home repairs and solutions. Home repairs and solutions. They'll fix your windows, they'll fix your house, they'll even tell you how to get rid of a mouse. Home repairs and solutions."
Home Repairs and Solutions, back. It's back. It's brought to you by Spring Mountain Air, your authorized Amana dealer. Now, if you would like to be part of the show, call 862-9977, 1-800-375-0056, or I understand somebody texted us.
Yes,
what
they did.
number did they use, Mark?
They used 417-838-3192. And that's how they can text us.
And it worked.
It worked.
Because we have a question we need to answer.
We do.
What's the question, Mark?
The question is, this gentleman has a deck on the back of his house, and it's getting weathered. Some of the boards are popping up and stuff, and he's wanting to know, do I have to tear that thing down, or can I save it? Well, you can save it.
Yep.
First thing I'd recommend, if you don't want to do it yourself, call the Renew crew.
There
Have
you
them
go.
come out, give you a free estimate, and they're great. They'll take care of you. If you want to try to do it yourself, what I would recommend, first off, any loose boards or anything, you need to secure them. I myself prefer to use screws. You can use nails, but screws work best. And if you got any broken boards or cracked boards, you can replace those. Then get you a good deck cleaner. I've always used the Woolman brand, and just follow the directions on it. You want to stay away from cleaners that have a lot of bleach and stuff in them. A little bit's all right to kill the whatever fungus or mildew or anything that might be on it, but the bleach don't clean, and it will do more damage to your wood and the environment. So try to stay with something that don't have very much bleach in it. It's best to use a power washer. And there is a technique. You don't want to just take a power washer and just start, because you'll leave streaks and everything in it if you just
Strip the wood
and stuff. So there is a technique to it. You want to use a fan tip on your power washer and feather yourself in and out. And the reason I know this is because I worked for Stan Woodbright back years ago. He taught me.
And he learned
how to
you
do
right.
this. He learned me right. And then once you get that deck cleaned, let it dry for a couple days and get you a good sealant. You want a penetrating waterproofer to put on it. There again, I recommend using the Woolman products. Sickens makes a great product also. You want a product that will soak into the wood, that'll penetrate the wood and repel the water, but you want the wood to still breathe. And there is some new products out there that you put on. It's almost like a paint that you put on the deck, and they advertise and stuff. I recommend staying away from that stuff myself. But anyhow, that's what you need to do. If you don't want to do it yourself, call Renew Crew and they'll come out and do it for you.
There you go.
So simple as that. So I hope that answered your question.
You can make it as hard on yourself or as easy on yourself as you want to. So,
That's right.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah. So.
And I would imagine there's lots of deck issues.
Well, there is, and it's that time of year where we're out there on the deck, we're barbecuing, we're, sitting in the sun, just enjoying the sunrise and sunsets, as we talked about earlier. And so you notice things, and it's that time of year where the sun beats down on it and it, bakes it and causes it to check and crack and stuff. And so this is a good time to have your deck protected. Also, here in a few months, we'll be coming into the temperature's going to change. We'll be getting into the fall, and you want that deck protected during the winter time just as much as you do in the summertime. So, that's what you need to do.
Or you could, like you said, you can call Renew Crew, and while they're taking care of the deck, you can go to Lawrence Photo and Video and play in their Lawrence Photo machine.
Yeah.
This is the coolest thing I've seen in a long time.
And if I'm reading this right and looking at it, this you can rent this photo booth.
Does this not look like a ton of fun?
It would be. What party or event would this not go over great? Everybody wants to.
Everything.
Yeah.
Props are included. They've got a brochure we're looking at. I'm thinking this would be a blast. This would be a lot of fun, and dress up and do funny things and take some neat pictures and just have a good time.
Absolutely.
Have a good time. So I didn't know you guys had this either.
It's fairly new.
We've had it for a couple of years.
Okay.
We take it out to weddings, we've done Cox Health Foundation, the Colonoscopy Foundation, the last 2 years. It's a lot of fun. I think everybody, especially if you're over the age of 40 or 35, you probably remember going into the arcades, getting in the photo booth and pulling the curtain.
Yes.
And then sitting there and making all kinds of funny faces. And the next thing you know, 4 black and white little pictures came out, little thumbnail pictures.
Yep, I've done that.
Not true anymore. This is digital. So the pictures that come out, you still get in the booth, you still pull the curtain with the props on, you still take the 4 pictures, but they're all in color.
How fun.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, just for fun and a good time, just something different. Fun memories.
Absolutely.
Fun stuff.
And you can rent it for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. That's the basics. But if you need longer than that, we'll certainly accommodate
Now,
you.
can they come into the store and use it in the store as well?
No, we don't have it set up. This is strictly a rental.
It's strictly a rental that goes to the event.
Right. And we have two attendants that go out and help. The last one we did was for the project graduation out at Willard High School.
Oh, what a great idea.
Yeah. And actually, Beth was part of that, and she got to work at 2 o'clock in the morning.
You go, girl.
and worked out there in Willard, and then went home and got ready and came to work at the store.
Oh, my.
She's a trooper.
Oh, my goodness. What a great idea. Okay, for all of you folks who are planning parties for later on in the year, whether it's a family gathering or a social gathering or something like that.
Anything.
What a fun, cool thing to do that is like kind of unique and different.
Sure.
It is. They're, you see them at weddings a lot, but people who are having anniversaries, the 25th, 50th, first year, 10 years, whatever, just anybody that's going to have a group of people together, if you really want to have some fun, a photo booth is the way to do it.
I'll bet a photo booth and a karaoke machine, you got a party.
Oh, absolutely.
You're good to go. Karaoke, you're good to go, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And we do the 25% off for schools and nonprofits as well.
For the photo booth? Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
And not only that, but, each person in the photo booth gets a strip of the 4 pictures. Then we take one strip and we put it in an album. And we also give the person who rented the display a CD to go along with it. So they have all of the pictures that we actually took.
And they can go in and out of the booth as many times as they want.
Sure.
Yeah.
How fun is that?
Oh,
I think that would be fun.
I think we ought to have a party.
I was just going to say, can we just have a party just to do this?
Let's do it.
Maybe we can get Mr. M to sponge for a radio station party.
Sure, you go talk to him.
I'll see him after the show. Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that you had this, and this looks like a really neat, fun thing to do.
It is.
And it says, okay, what's your area? If what's your range for this? I mean, how far out will you go with your booth for someone that wants to rent it? Do you try to stay within like so many miles of Springfield, or how does that work?
We don't have any travel charge within 35 miles of
Okay,
Springfield.
so within 35 miles, there's no additional travel charge to bring this booth out to your gathering or what your event or whatever it is you have going on, and have something really fun and unique for your guests and your visitors to do.
But if you're over 35 miles, we'll still come.
Yeah.
We just need to charge a little bit
Sure.
for transportation.
You mean your vehicles don't run on air?
No.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah, ours don't either, so I get all that. But still, people are always looking for something unique and different, and I thought this was really, really something fun that they could do. And then you also, I didn't know this either, you could also rent cameras
Yes.
and stuff. So if you maybe you know how to use a particular camera, but you don't have one and you want to take really good photos for something specific, you can come in and rent specific types of cameras for whatever you're wanting to do.
Yeah, we rent both Canons and we rent Nikons, and these are the interchangeable lens cameras. We also have flashes available, but one of the things that is really, really popular are the extreme telephoto lenses. For instance, there's a 70 to 200 millimeter lens. It's an f2.8, so it's very fast. So, you can take it to a soccer game, to a basketball game. Basketball games inside are very dark. So you have to have something with a large piece of glass to transmit enough light to stop the action for the image. So those 70 to 200 2.8s, they're extremely popular. We have several of those, and they're out almost every weekend. So if you need one, you have to get a reservation in.
So I would say, and this is just a question because I'm not very smart when it comes to cameras or how they work and all that, but if you are wanting to, and I know that I remember back in the day when you would go to Walgreens or wherever you went and bought film, and they would have different speed on the film. So that pertains to what if you're taking still photographs of something that's just not moving, then that was a slower speed, and if it was active, it was a higher speed. Is that correct?
Very true. And
so how does that work digitally? Is there still speeds with digital?
Absolutely. Just like in film, there are ISOs, and they used to range from 100, actually 25 if you're talking about the old Kodachrome, up to 1600 in film. Today, they go all the way up to 32,000 ISO.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
On some of the newer cameras.
Oh, wow.
But what I'm talking about in speed of the lens, if you're in a dark area, you have to get a shutter speed that's fast enough to open and close to freeze that action. So it's a combination between the speed of the lens and the ISO setting, and you may have to bump your ISO up to 800 or 1200 to get you a shutter speed above a 25th of a second, 125th or a 250th of a second. Along with that f2.8 lens, you can stop action in a basketball gym.
Wow. Wow. Isn't
Outdoors,
that cool?
it's easy.
Yeah.
That is just so cool.
Oh, I know it. It's fascinating to me. It always has been since I was a kid, and I wished I'd really took more time to get into the photography and stuff because that's something I was always fascinated with.
I too. I started in high school on the school paper in the yearbook, and that was in 1960. Everybody around the store says, "Yeah, how was it using flash powder?" And I said, "Well, it wasn't too bad."
You just didn't know how to pack it right.
And I tell them, I said, "I've got some great pictures of Moses by the lake."
There you go. There you go. And not everyone has that. You could probably sell that for a high price.
Absolutely.
That's funny.
Well, I know my oldest granddaughter is very much into photography, and she's very artistic, and so she has kind of a, some people just have an eye for doing cool pictures. I don't. I like I said, I chop people's heads off, and I just do all kinds of weird things when I try and take pictures. But she has a camera. She needs a battery for it, and I don't remember what she has. But I'm thinking this would be something that I could do for her to get her started with her camera. She's going to Central High School, and she's going to take a photography class. But I'm thinking how neat for me to get her involved in a class with you guys, get her down there with her camera, let's get it functioning, whatever she needs, and let her get started with some classes like that. So if you have someone in your family, or if you have a child or a grandchild or someone who is kind of interested in that, I think this is a great way. Get them started the right way. Get them down there with the professionals who can help them with their particular piece of equipment. get them going in the right direction and start teaching them how to properly use their cameras and take some great photography with it. She is really excited. I'm really excited for her to get in this class. And I think I mentioned to you that she needs a battery, and I can't remember to ask her what camera she has. So Brittany, if you're listening, when Granny gets to the print shop, remind me that I need to find out what your camera is.
And we also offer gift certificates for the one-to-one classes if you
wow.
if you wanted to give a gift of the one-to-one class, because a lot of people sometimes just won't spend the money to do it for themselves.
Sure. There we go. And we're always looking for unique gift ideas.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Sometimes it's hard to figure out what to give or get for somebody. And
Sure.
so they have some great ideas. You could probably go, that's another thing you could do with your legacy boxes. If, maybe Mom's birthday's coming up or something, she's got like 10,000 pictures in the closet. Buy her legacy box and then help her fill it up.
Mm-hmm.
Take it to Lawrence Photo and Video, and then when they get the CD in, take it back to Mom.
Yeah. Now, another thing, if you have old photos that's you want to, that's got maybe torn or problems with, can they bring an old photo in and get it restored?
Oh, absolutely. We do that every single day. And I mean, some of these photos really look disastrous. They've got cracks in them. They're faded. Some of them are black and white, and the people want them colored. We can do that.
Okay, now, wait, stop. How can you make a color photo of a black and white? How do you know what color it's supposed to be?
They tell us what colors that they're supposed to be. They knew what.
Really?
Yeah. And we've actually taken pictures and taken people out of the picture, if maybe they're a group of 4, and they end up with just 2 people in the picture.
Oh,
or
my
one.
goodness.
So it's really great. And the nice thing of it is, the prints never leave our store.
See, that's important.
That is. That's what I like right there.
And what we do is we scan the image digitally. We send it to a company that does the restorations. They restore it. They send us a file back, and we do all the printing in-house. So the original and the prints are all done by our staff. We have people in our photo lab that have been there 26 and 28 years.
Oh, wow.
We have a lady who has been doing printing in our lab for 26 years, and I tell people she has been printing pictures longer than a lot of the other places you can take your photos to. Their operators are old. So,
yeah.
because they're usually young people.
So I'm thinking, if you don't like your ex-brother-in-law and you want him out of your photographs,
we can do it.
Lawrence Photo and Video will get rid of that guy for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Well,
you see the old joke where people, something happened and they rip their pictures in half to get rid of somebody.
To get rid of somebody.
You don't have to tear your photos up anymore.
No, for sure. Back years ago, one of my first real jobs I ever had, I worked at Walmart. And I worked at every department there, but one of my favorites was always the electronics department. Of course, that was back when, people bring their film in, and we put it in a bag, and we'd send it off, and then they'd bring it back. But people would bring, their 8x10s or whatever in and say, we want to get duplicates made of this or different things. And, I was always so afraid that when you sent that off, and it happened a few times,
Didn't
it got
come back.
lost. It didn't come back.
Right, before the in-house photo labs,
Yeah.
there were times that stuff was lost. And
Sure.
it's really a tragedy when that happens, but it has happened. I've been involved in that.
Sure.
That also. Another thing that we do, besides the restorations, people are doing more traveling today and going out of the country. We shoot passport pictures too. So
good to know.
They're government approved. You come in. We'll take the picture. They're $9.95 for the 2 passports that you need. So you mentioned your granddaughter's going to go to Central High School to take photography class. Most of the classes that are taught in the schools today, Central and the rest of the Springfield classes, they're still using film cameras for their photo classes. We still have supplies for those.
See, I think she has I'm not even sure what her camera is. It was given to her, and I'm thinking that it's a film camera, but I don't even know that for a fact. So I need to get some more information to figure out how we can help her kind of start going down this road, because I think that taking pictures and preserving memories of your family is a really neat thing to do, but you need to do it the proper way so that you can do it right, and that you can preserve them, and that you can keep them safe from being damaged or destroyed or lost completely.
Well, I started professionally in photography in 1962, and I've always said that it's been such a thrill to be able to work at my hobby.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It is a fascinating career, both shooting and doing what we do now, which is teaching people how to use their cameras, preserving their memories. It's been a great career for me.
That's awesome.
And they say if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Absolutely.
So,
Boy,
and
that's
what
true.
better way to learn from someone? You want to learn from someone who loves what they do.
Yes.
That they're going to be enthusiastic about it. They're going to be they're great teachers.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you can find someone who loves what they do and what you're trying to learn, the learning experience is just so positive in that type of environment.
Oh, yeah.
So I would say if you're wanting to learn photography, if you have questions, please go see Lawrence Photo and Video. These folks have been here for a long time. They know what they're doing, and they're excited about helping you learn and helping you preserve things for your family. So
Absolutely.
I just think that's where else would you go, for crying out loud?
Well, and the other thing is too, you go into these big box stores and you purchase a camera, and they're just like, okay. They ring you out, and out the door you go.
Well, God
Come to
forbid you
us-
ask them a question because
Yeah.
they do not know the answer.
You come to us, they're going to pull that thing out of the box. They're going to put the right date and time in there. They do everything.
Completely
Get you
set it up.
ready.
Set it up
Yeah.
for you, answer your questions while you're, standing there, show you a little bit about how it works. You don't leave there just with a box and a receipt.
Well, there we go. That's why we always
Yep,
tell you,
absolutely.
all of our Home Repairs and Solutions listeners, please go to someone local. You're going to get better service. They are professionals at what they do. They're not someone hired just to work in a department in some box store. They're educated. They've got years of experience. I just don't know why you wouldn't go there.
Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I had a customer call in from Arkansas yesterday, and I was talking to him, and he says, the lady, Mary Lou, that works for us, she's been there 37 years. He says, I'm probably going to get her in trouble, but when I come in, sometimes if I need to, she'll spend an hour with me teaching me what's going on. And
That's
I said,
nothing new to us.
I said, she will never get in trouble for that.
That's right. So all you camera buffs out there, or all you people who want to be camera buffs, or if you just want to learn how to use your digital camera better, come see these people.
Yeah.
They'll
Absolutely.
help you out. Give us your address again and your phone number, and what hours and what days are you open?
We're open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We are closed Sunday. We are at 2550 South Campbell Avenue. Our phone number is area code 417-883-8300, and our website is lawrencephotovideo.com. Not and, just lawrencephotovideo.com. Not only that, but you can order all of your stuff online.
There we go.
Yep.
Can't make it any easier than that.
Nope, that's for
Thank you
sure.
guys for being on the show. It was a great show. I learned so much from you guys, and it was a really fun show, and it was great to have you on with us today.
Thanks for
Thanks
having
for
us.
letting us be here.
Absolutely.
What you doing this weekend?
Mowing.
Oh, sounds fun.
Mowing.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you got going, buddy?
I'm playing tomorrow up at the Eagles Ranch up by Collins, Missouri. They're having a bluegrass festival there, and so that's where I'll be all day tomorrow.
All you folks up in that area, go see Mark.
Yep, that's right. Come see us. This is Home Repairs and Solutions, and we are heard every Friday morning from 10 to 11 right here on AM 560 KWTO.
Bob Certain is the strong, steady leader Greene County needs. A 30-year resident of Greene County, Bob Certain shares